Zero.
On second down, here's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Set. Blue 60.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Caught out left side by Robinson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
21. Zero.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Big 20, big 20.
Now that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
Here's Stafford now on second down. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but, hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's third down. Operating from the gun. McMillan, open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gone, 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 gone.
To throw on second down, McMillan being chased out left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Set. Blue 90.
Off play action. McMillan. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. 36. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tevin Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
21.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. A quick hitter complete. It's Bowman. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Ravens have got it.
Well, Parker, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Following the fumble recovery, McMillan escapes the sack, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McMillan over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Throwing on 1st down. McMillan throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
On 1st down, McMillan. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Oh, here.
Throwing is Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell to kick. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. On the return is Henderson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeves. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And some space here. David Johnson on his way. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Johnson, 76 yards.